Okay, so now that you've had a couple of attempts at this quiz, let's look at a few of the questions and talk about some of the concepts that you need to understand to avoid fragments in writing. So let's look at this first text. The Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater, comma, now located on West 55th Street and 9th Avenue, New York City, comma, traces its roots to a choreographer who interwove modern dance, comma, jazz, comma, and African rhythms, period. Revelations, comma, a spectacular work that audiences have been worshiping for almost 50 years, period. Now, so when I read that, you can probably hear that something is off. Starting from Revelations, we can see that we're missing something. So Revelations is the name of a work, is in italics for that reason. And so we have the name of the work, Revelations, comma, a spectacular work that audiences have been worshiping for almost 50 years. So the subject here is going to be Revelations, and it's not in an unusual spot. We often begin with the subject, but it doesn't have any verb to do. We have a phrase that describes it. What is Revelations? It's a spectacular work, etc. So there's no verb for Revelations to work with. That is a fragment. If we look at another example, I think we can see here how sometimes reading something out loud can help you proofread. So let's take a look at this text. The Joffrey Ballet, comma, located in Chicago, comma, makes political statements as well as artistic ones, period. Gerald Arpino, parenthesis, born 1928, close parenthesis, its principal choreographer. Gerald Arpino, its principal choreographer. So you can probably again hear there that we're missing something. Who is Gerald Arpino? He is its principal choreographer. And so in this case, the verb has been removed. You're probably not going to see verbs removed like that very commonly, but it's good to be aware whenever you see the subject, figure out what verb is paired with it. And we'll look at one more text. Agnes DeMille, parenthesis, 1909 to 1993, close parenthesis, not only ballets based on American folklore, but also danced for Broadway musicals, period. Among them, comma, Oklahoma stands out. So let's take a look. In the first section, we have a subject, again at the beginning of the sentence, Agnes DeMille. And then what verbs would go with it? Agnes DeMille, not only ballets. Well, an individual cannot ballet. An individual can dance. So Agnes DeMille does something and dances. She's going to be writing ballets or choreographing ballets. So we're going to need to look for the verb in front of ballet. Agnes DeMille choreographed and danced. And if we zero in on the second part, among the latter, comma, Oklahoma stands out, period. This sentence will work. Among the latter, comma, is a little phrase. Oklahoma stands out. The subject is Oklahoma, and the verb is stands out. So, whenever you're stuck with a sentence, try to break it down, find the subject, find the verb, make sure everything is paired correctly, and that no phrases or clauses are hanging out there acting as full sentences when they shouldn't be.